was the cutting edge, and I refer there with you. And next Wednesday, we pardoned myself last week because I was on a next business in England. And we're really glad that we went because it was our first experience amongst a different sect of Muslims. You know, we have been amongst the Nation of Islam for years. You know, Farrakhan and my brethren, and we have seen Orthodox Muslims in Jamaica, maybe not as much, but they are here. But now we were invited by a next set, because you know you have about 70 different, well, in a term we would have used denominations. We have about 70 different denominations of Muslims around the world. Well, we was amongst one of the minority group, and when them say minority group, we talk about in nearly 20 million. As a minority group, them is only 20 million. That's funny. The Ahmadiyya Muslim community at their conference in England, and we were invited to come and see and just experience. Well, it was an experience for you, may I tell you. 37,100 and odd people in a 200-acre land that was transformed into a tent city. Yes, a tent city. One tent, almost about 10,000 people in it. It's amazing. It's amazing what we saw. I've never experienced that. I know it is almost like a festival conference. Not just people sit down and talk, but things happening. I mean, people from the difference between that and a lot of the affairs that we go, because we go all a voodoo ceremony in Haiti. We experience Yoruba village. Go to Yoruba village. We go Ethiopian Orthodox in Ethiopia. I mean, we have experienced a lot of these things. We have been now to a Muslim conference, the Ahmadiyya group, which is in Jamaica here. A lot of people might have passed going through Clarendon, see this big mosque, and don't know what it is, but it is our Muslim temple. And believe you me, I tell you, we want you love Cabo, you know, Cabo, trust me, you should have it come. But you know, before we go out for one that say, Muta, where you go? You're mad? You know, see, we are going to England. First of all, people do, every time I go somewhere, people are trying to tell me not to go. Because of the places that we go. I remember the other day when the Ebola thing did not take all Africa, not Africa, but certain countries in Africa. Now, if you know the geography of Africa, I know say Africa is like millions of square miles, and from the east to the west, north to the south, it's like hundreds and thousands of miles you talk about. So them have Ebola take over Sierra Leone, Guinea. It was 3 countries: Sierra Leone, Guinea, and which country? Mama remember. We want to heal up Sanjay in the studio with me. Sanjay, good afternoon, good night. What them zip up, them telling up to talk to me on my program. We are biting lips so far. Cabo telling up to talk to me. No, tell me if Cabo tell you if you don't talk to me, no, because me not talk to Cabo for that. Or should I tell you? What I'm to your mouth? What I'm to your mouth? Or I'm telling you nothing, say nothing by the program. Okay, I say, yeah, man, we are running your life. Yes. You come like the brother went inside this a while ago, the artist when he died and tell people about him and do him thing. His wife don't have nothing to do it. It bored me when I hear the youth say that, it's a man. It bored me. Can you imagine a man that do an interview for RFM and them show you two elder couple, right? Ernest Smith and his wife, where she has done so much things for Ernest Smith. You can't really, Ernest Smith would have never said nothing. You see, me divert the reason, you know, but on my program, me can't do that because I'm not a producer. You understand? Me divert the reason. I'm not going to divert the reason because it's really a serious thing when an artist do that. Right? What is? Yeah, okay, all right. So, Keshima interview and I show say, you know, Ernest Smith and his wife got through and she's part of the whole progression of Ernest Smith's career. And she got look on all the brethren and say, oh, see that. And the brethren is like him a put him wife on the back burner and I say, well, I really mean, you know. It's like, basically when I say, well, she don't really have nothing to do with it, you know, me. No, me I tell you, say, me, no, me take, if me was him, if me was she, me take taxi, go home. No, we can't believe that they used to look at that, you know. And like Keshima try put him to show him, say, when really I say, no man is an island, you know, the way that no man stand alone. Somebody must, it's like him insist for say him and him. No, me don't know. Me not say a youth thing that, you know, it's a personal thing that, with him personal, because I the first never hear a man come in there with a woman. Even if sometimes I know your woman, you say, well, you know, she am a manager and she help me. But him not have no manager.
They don't want to say taxi she out there with friends. She not going on the TV.
You serious? You Tony, come give me the news, sir. Oh, she out there listen to it. She listen to me. She not hear me. Can't you then? Tony. No, you're there on the radio, not Tony. No, me never put you on the radio.
Don't mix me.
They no mix up. No, but you know mix up artists every day. You know when the program we shouldn't name. Should have a little thing about mix up.
No, have no mix up.
No, what your program name?
Social media highs and lows.
Highs and lows. This is the eye for you, you know. The eye for she, this is it's an eye for you. This is the road coming out. She's the road coming out and the first shot into the program for about 10 years now.
It's a low.
Eh?
It's a low.
No, me I tell you, say, it's the wickedest thing ever here, man. Wickedest thing ever here. I don't know that me I talk about, you know, but it hurt me so much that me have to really divert the program to that. That a man sit down on a radio program and I claim now say him. It have nothing to do with and Ernest Smith in there's an elder man and I show him wife and you know them way there. No sir, it leave a bitter taste in your mouth. And me should mention it, but me not care. Me have to mention it. No, me I tell you because I want
to nobody know who we are talking about because I don't like him reach it.
No, but me not have to call him name. Him inside, we know who we are talking about. And when him dep on the radio, who did I listen to the program know who we are talking about, you know, see it. And it kind of pain. It pain me personally. So you can just imagine she. Where is the short there for that taxi? To the road coming there.
Him not leave by that. He might try to fix it.
No, sir.
He might fix it.
He might try and fix it?
Yeah.
He better fix that quick and fix it in a way where. No, sir. It not. Anyway, me I come off and I don't let me that talk about. But it was worth mentioning it because me still long in here. Brian still long inside there, so and me hear Keshima plead like she want him say something good about in career as it relates to the balance of the male and the female. And him insist for say just him. Anyway, you can play advertisement like you tell me what him name. Because I don't know what him name. I don't call him name on the radio, you know, because people didn't hear the interview. But I want to play advertisement and you tell me where I'm name. Yes, this is the Cutting Edge on IRFM. So, back to what we talk about this Muslim conference festival with 30,000 people. Maybe, the irony I thought is that I never even know, say, first of all, I never know about this group until the brethren come check me, say, my invite me up. I never know of this group. And now I go there and I say, but this is massive. Because Ghana have a big contingent, what to say? Ghana, Sierra Leone, Nigeria, Ivory Coast. And when we are talking about representatives, we are talking about ministers. We see some ministers from Gambia where before where name there, Yahya Jammeh, the former prime minister, where them in exile now in Guinea. Some of the man them who didn't meet down there. I saw them at the conference, and them have like the Minister of Culture was there, the Minister of This was there, talk about the mayor of some province in England, Iceland, people from Iceland, I mean, Norway. We in a limousine and it's two, we shared limousine with two 80s. And I say, okay. And I talk to the 80s, them and them, I say, well, you know, they do some work in Ireland with the Ahmadiyya community there, social work. We're talking to some youth from in Canada where them charter plane to come along there. It's amazing. It's amazing. But what me that says that when quite a few ones tell me say if me mad, say me I go there. I just remember the Ebola thing with when them say Ebola take over Liberia, Sierra Leone and Guinea. Now Liberia, Sierra Leone and Guinea they're on the west coast of Africa. And I think a Portia did come out and say she would suggest that those of us who, for instance, artists, would have hold back on visiting Africa. And you have artists who never get no DX on the west coast of Africa, but was on the east coast of Africa and South Africa, Southern Africa. Say them now go Africa because Ebola take over the place. Sierra Leone, they way over the West Africa. Guinea, they way over West Africa. Liberia, they way over West Africa. Now, may I say, wait, you think, say, these people that they have a consciousness about places that them visit, I know, say, if something happening at Negril, it no means that the people them in St. Thomas know where are going, you know. And Negril is like 100 odd miles from St. Thomas. You can't drive from St. Thomas go to Negril in a like 4 hours. If Sanjay drive, you should have take 2.5. But the idea that you're not going to go to Africa because Ebola they at Sierra Leone and you're not going to go to Zimbabwe or you're not going to go to Kenya, it's to show the stigma where you have pan Africa. I'm see the same thing play out when me decide say me I go go. Cause first of all, them just blow up, them just drop a bomb in Manchester there so. And some guys go on the bridge. We are telling you we overlook the Big Ben there. And drive a car. 2 times them do it too. One and them come out of the car and start about people. But me now go make them things there make me get nervous and fretting or afraid. So me decide say me I go. I'm glad say me go. Because me I tell you say me never say some and maybe them know too because they are a minority in the Islamic, just like our Nation of Islam, and I keep going back to Nation of Islam and related to Ahmadiyya community, and even though the Ahmadiyya community have no resemblance to Nation of Islam, but I can draw parallels why they would be ostracized from the Orthodox Islam. But me go, and when me see how the people them set up them security, it is unbelievable. Unbelievable how the people them set up them security. I mean, there's nobody inside us all that don't pass through the security and get a check certain way, that all when you think say you're reaching at the place, you're not reaching there. Advertising security never say anywhere, not even American airport. Mr. Security stay so. Because them angle it like you're going all an airport too. Believe you me, it come like you're going airport, inside our airport. And it's in a big open land where corn grow. Part of the land have pure corn on it, but them have mostly tent in there. And how them set up the thing. Not even hands can pass through that and have any badge. Can you see all our airports, you know, and our certain place like you go all a show now. You go all a show now, you know, and a man say, boy, I really want to come in here, you know, and him just talk out him thing and make the security let him in, you know. But I tell you, say, you see, this thing here is unbelievable, man. We never see it like that. We never see it like that. Because all when you're in the place, you know, if you go in our next tent, you know, have security like airport, you know. If you go, not to mention, if you go in the main tent, you know, about 10,000 people, you ever see a tent over 10,000 people yet? It make them evangelist tent look like my bathroom, man. But the tent them is so massive, man, that when you look, when you turn around and look behind you and see people, you say, wait, this is where I go on there. Believe you me. But the Ahmadiyya group is really what you call now associated group. And why I keep mentioning black Muslim, because every time I there, I figure out about the black Muslim. Because for those of you who don't know what the black Muslim, Nation of Islam, them major prophet is Muhammad, but Elijah Muhammad was the leader for the Nation of Islam in America. And according to the black Muslim them, God Allah revealed himself through the person of a man named Farad in the 30s, in the 1930s. Farad, an Arabic man, brought the message of Allah to the black people them in America. And Elijah Muhammad, who was a Garveyite, take that message and carry it to the organization that we now call Nation of Islam, or the black Muslims. And when Elijah Muhammad died, one of the most famous black Muslims is really Malcolm X. Malcolm X was one of the most famous black Muslims. And now you have Louis Farrakhan. Louis Farrakhan is the head of the black Muslim nation in America. But is that now because the Orthodox Muslims believe say Muhammad is the last prophet and that Jesus Christ is a prophet. Jesus Christ is not the son of God, because according to them, God can't have no son or no relative. It's like you demean the position that God is when you say Jesus Christ is the Son of God. But them recognize Jesus Christ. And I talk about that, them feel say Jesus Christ will come back. Just like how Christians believe, say Jesus Christ will come back. Them believe that Jesus Christ will come back too. But them last prophet is Muhammad, the man from long in Arabia. But even though you hear the black Muslim talk about Muhammad, the prophet. Them still talk about Elijah Muhammad. Now these people, them are their group, them have a similar thinking. Where them are say, Jesus Christ, the man, not going to come back. But him going to manifest himself in other people that going to lead Muslims into what we call life of eternity, just like what the Christian would say. So we have really and truly know is that they found the Mahdi, which you hear the black Muslim talk about it. You hear most Muslims talk about the Mahdi is like the returned Messiah or the Messiah. So they must say now the Messiah came back in the person of a man, I don't remember them same name, in the 1880 something, in India. And that is really where the fallout between them and the Orthodox Muslim come, because them now have put another prophet now after Muhammad, Prophet Muhammad, that is almost sacrilegious. So them become now ostracized. So them have to move from India and go in Pakistan, and then them ban them in Pakistan. So now them headquarters now is in England, which is really kind of strange and cute. It's a very strange way, but it's very cute that they move from Pakistan into India. Move from Pakistan into England. And now they are in England. And I tell you, they're massive in England. But because of them kind of preaching where them say love for all, hatred for none, and them a try show say they really observe what the Quran say. Them now go beyond that. Them now add nothing, subtract nothing, take away nothing. Them just accept it as it is. So them is like hardcore Quran people. I just got them work with. Right? So all of them tenets and philosophy and belief just stick to the Quran. So them not really not nothing with most Muslim, because if them a say Christ come back, them not call him Christ, the Mahdi come back already in the person of a man in India, and them recognize that man as for them Messiah. That alone set them up to get bombed by them see a Muslim people. So that is why I only for people that say, if me mad, say me I go there. Because them I expect, say, it's not like them in England and white people are going to rush the place. It's like other Muslims who don't agree with them philosophy, they come boom up the place. At one time, I sit down and think still, you know. And I figure it out, you know, come here and say, all right. Them have a door up there, so. And a door down there, so. And down at the bottom, and there's a door down there. So if I sit down there at the door, yeah, I can rush out quick. But that is like a first thing, and I say, where am I talk about? Muta sit down and keep yourself quiet and listen to what the people ever say, yeah, man. Them think there's fear factor. Them think there's where news media put in your head, and when you look, you see, say, because the news media put in your head, and because some of it is really true, it kind of become you, and your personality start to get soaked into it. It's like negativity. It's like Jamaica. It's like Jamaica where if you tell a man, say, yeah, go down a flanker, no. Man say, you're mad? First time you tell a man, say, I go down a Tivoli. Me remember one time you tell a man, say, I go down a Tivoli. In the night. I went a passa. Never say them, I go down there. You know, see, yet is one of the biggest things that happen in a Kingston. I go on for long time, it go on every week. You tell people, say, when you go down there, you see pure Chinese people, Indian, you see all sorts of people from all over, you say, where them Japanese people are come from, they're not afraid. But it's that similar thing. It's a similar thing that when you go there, when we go there, I see the mayor of this county, I see the minister of agriculture from this, and then they have a Pan-Africanist aspect of it, where it was very interesting. They have a Pan-African, we must about 500 African, continental Africans participate in it, which me never did like it, really and truly, because a two speaker get to talk. And when them a talk about is something where me couldn't really appreciate it, but it's amazing that, because them a tell me say, all right, you think say this big, you want to invite you to Ghana when them a keep them conference. Because the crowd is 3 times what you see here. Because them tell you upon the stage how much people are in the conference, you know. Yeah, man, the leader them say, well, you come and list out all the things that them do for the year, like the schools them and the people them who them send go at this and that and how much book them print and how much sale and all them things there. Them are make it public. And this a beam all over the world, you know. Like them I said, about 50 million people are watching this thing here, you know. And them are show you, say, at the end of it, them say, well, this year we have 37,100 and something like 40 something people in the place. I mean, I say, wow. The man, them all know how much people inside there. That means, say, to say that, you know, it means, say, when them pass through the security, them have things to check, you know. I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, you understand? Every time somebody pass through the machine. Because, me I tell you, no, man, some computer, they at the door there, you know, and metal detector, and all them something there, that it, I mean, I tell you, what a dangerous, man. It's dangerous. So, me I tell you, me kind of feel safe in there. But yet, still me I look at some man, because, you know, say, them have your profile ballad, man, now with beard and knapsack over them back, you know. Yes, fire ballad, no. I mean, I tell my brother, Duke, why you love Duke, you know? Because Duke, they give thanks for Duke for really record that video style. Him come in camera, him and my brother named Irons, and we just record the whole thing from the first day till the last day we did it. I'll interview them and we do rare. We're going to put them on YouTube. And you can get to see we're really going up the so. So for those of you who want to check in from what we are talking about, we are saying you got a YouTube feed, little more when hundreds of minutes and hours of tape and interviews we're going up there. We're going to Duke BAYSEE, edit it, we're going to put it on YouTube that you can see it. But when we really check, say, me in this place, you know, and believe you, me are 2 Rasta there. Because them say the first, them ever invite a Rasta. Them invite every other set of people. They invite first a Rasta will come there. A 2 Rasta there, and the 2 Rasta are me and my brethren. I mean, I say, wow, you know, this is interesting. Because now we're going to see a different perspective, a different aspect of this thing, you know. And we can understand conventions where them try put out them best to satisfy the crowd and the people them. But you can listen to them and you realize that them man are not easy. Them man are not easy at all, because if the man them a draw people from all Iceland and I draw me like all a Rasta man, you know where you have to really open-minded for what them things there. Yeah, you have to open-minded and say, all right, me will go, you know. Just like one man that invite me at church. And we go to church. And say, boy, Rasta, I know you go to church. I like me go to one funeral one time, you know, big alternate funeral, you know, I go alternate funeral. And me walk up the road, you know, man, where Muta? We never know you got a funeral. Me say, you did not say me don't come on your own. You understand? Can't be no afraid of dead. But be afraid of dead. Me go to funeral. You understand? Me go to funeral. Me no business, me no talk like Peter Tosh. I say, you must want me go to your funeral. I mean, no go to no one burial. And when them dead, all the people go to funeral. And that's the talk. It's talk. Them things that's talk. Birth, first step, rites of passage. You have the birth, where you come into the earth. Then you have the union, male and female. Them call it marriage. And then you have death. So you have 3 stages there where you go through. You have a union, you have the birth, the union, and death. Death is the last stage. So you have to respect the 3 stages. Because you're born as a child and you go back as a child. That's why them say, once a man, twice a child. I don't know about the woman part, what she be. What will it be?
I don't know.
You don't know. It's a man thing, you know, once a man, twice a child. It's a man thing that, you know, before the woman. But you have to respect birth. And in the African thinking, African consciousness, the rites of passage is the most important aspect of the human preservation in this life. Because you have people who believe that there's a next life. You understand? So when we come into the earth, them have a ritual that define you. In a most Eastern tradition too. The coming into the earth day. That's why you hear us say earth day and not birthday for the person. Because the birthday is for the woman. The woman who give birth is for her birthday. The person who she give birth to is for him earth day. Because him now come out of the womb and is now on earth, the earth day. And then you have the section now where the person grow big and them reach a certain age. And you have other rituals that carry them through rites of passage. In Jamaica, we don't have these rites of passage seriously. Old people used to have them, you know. And it still maintains itself in certain ways, but there's no thing that say this thing is part of life. But the part that what people don't want to deal with is death. The death part now is a problem to a whole heap of people. Even my brethren, Rasta brethren them. You hear a man that's about right, the wages I've seen is death. So I try to say every man who dead, I seen him sin, you know. But death is part of life. You're born, you're going to die. It's simple. Nobody wants to say that. You know, see? But it's a reality. Because if you live on this earth here, and you see people are dead around you, why you feel that you not going to have the same fate like everybody else who come, the billions of people since the earth come out of the water there and evolve from this to that. Oh, why you think say you're there so forever and ever? Me don't want to live forever and ever. You cannot imagine me there so and all them people are there about the place of forever and ever. I'm mad just that. I would have to kill myself. Just you know are there forever and ever. So death is a very important part of the ritual of the what you call the moving from one stage to the next stage. And we have to accept that. Because in our African retentions, we did have that. Even in slavery. Even in slavery, you know. Slavery couldn't hold back birth, union, and death. And even though them try to make stud farm out of way, the man and the woman, that's why them have a thing say take a village to raise a child, you know. Because when the birth parents is not there, you never have no daycare center for children in Africa. That was no. Daycare center was no, you never know about that because the village take care of the child. And we did have that in Jamaica long time ago, where certain community, the picnic there, picnic one go to school. I see some woman on TV that need to show me a show that similar way, you know. Them it's when them that show on TV and woman them that sell shrimps. For the news. The woman them that sell shrimps. And they say sometimes them not make no money. But see the one who make the money, them don't say, alright, you want to pay your light bill, I'll give you $1,000 to pay your light bill, and when you sell something, you just give me back my $1,000. Or them just show a partner. And the partner just go round and come back round. Just pray say them not get the one who have your money, not get no visa. And them not take your money and go buy airplane ticket and fly away with your body. Then you have to go send gunman female and get out of hand. But we're not going to carry that so. We are say we did have a communal understanding what was written in the law book from them days there, because of human nature. And when we start write down the things them in a book, it get kind of weird, We start to write down the things them in a book, and then it passed down the generation, every generation now start to swap, switch, turn, and it start to get away. So when we look now upon what we experience now in this congregation of a religion that people know because of where going in the world, scared of it, just like how people scared Africa when them hear certain things. And me I say, it not gonna stop me because I go to some place in Jamaica, I go to some place and believe everyone say me not go there. Say you go there, so. The other day when me I go to Turkey, trust me, people that say you're mad because them just bomb up 2 places down there, and when me go down there, them show me the place where the bomb go, and I carry me going at the biggest market of the world, covered market of the world. Okay, I say it's in here, so the bombing go on last month, And me I say, hey. And me enjoy myself. Me enjoy myself. Tell the brother I say, I want to go down to Syria, Because them have the refugee them right on the border of Turkey and Syria, so I want to go down there. But true, me never want to fly no more distance again, because I think I could have drive go down there. The brother, I said, no, I never want to go down there, because I don't want to fly again. People scared, and fear is the greatest fear. Fear is the greatest fear. And then put that in a way. No, first of all, it was the war on drugs, the war on all sort of war. America always has started some war and some, and they never win one of them yet. Now the war on terrorism, we don't know that will work out, because every day them kill one of the leader of them, and next day them kill Baghdadi. What name? Baghdadi, the head of them Islamic, the head of the ISIL people them. And them run them out of Mosul. And them I show you about 5,000 people is collateral damage in a Mosul, where them say the American them drop bomb. Sometimes them people they drop one bomb and so they kill one man, and it's all a whole village them kill, with them drone strike. Some of them killing where say I go on with these people are revenge, like all in a Yemen, Yeah, because watch out now. You look for a man, and you get intelligence them they are wedding. And you sit down in a Seattle and watch this thing by your computer, and you're direct a drone in a Yemen, far Washington, far Seattle, Vermont, they're from Yemen, up on the other side of the world, And this man sit down on a guide, a missile, a drone, and him see the intelligence show him to the man in other wedding there. But guess what? You have children and women and other people there. We are take part of this wedding. And them are wait upon the go ahead for either leak or don't leak. And them go to the president, and the president say, this man must dead by any means necessary at any cost. Because even if it's 20 people that's going dead with him, the death where him going cause to America is maybe all 100. So don't bother mind the 20 people, whether them is children or women. And it was a boom and blow up the place. Picnic them, women, everybody dead, plus the man. Then the parents, and it's like Jamaica, It's like Jamaica, a man will go to Obama and him have some money for you because they say, why, they do some scamming and you tell him to lodge certain money in the bank. Right? And him lodge it and him take out little. And when you come for your $20,000 US, him say, boy, you want him to draw out $2,000 out tight enough to do a thing. I say, well, you know, next week I'll give him back, right? I say, yeah, all right. Next week come, you know, give him back. He said, no, you have to give me back my money, brethren. I said, no. Boom. You know, give him back. Him just kill you. Film friend them say, you know, you who kill you now. Oh, you see all the mother me a kill you now. Go down there, kill him mother. Picnic, you same kill him mother now, the picnic. See? So it's an ongoing thing. Cycle of vengeance and vindictiveness go on. Well, the same thing I go on and them thing there, you know. That you have some man where them vex because a drone strike just blow up all them village, and in Afghanistan the woman them just dead, and you see them a ball on the TV, and you say, yeah, they serve them right, damn Muslim people them. You understand? Just like how them say dirty Rasta in a Jamaica, damn dirty Rasta, they smoke ganja till them mad and fool. Get rid of them, yes? A uptown woman, they tell her son, you know, say, I better him go turn homosexual than turn Rasta. Yeah, man, she say, oh, I better you go turn homosexual than go turn Rasta. And me not tell, I don't know, joke business that. So when me hear people say, don't do this, don't do that, because it have a different view. I mean, listen to CNN and Fact and all them things. Them people, they cannot be trusted. You understand? Because it seems like how you can have Christian next door you where you love, and you and them go make certain move and them thing there. You're Christian, yeah, but you're a part of them belief. So it's human being you look upon now. It's like how me and your friend now. But me don't like you really. Right? We don't really like you, but me, you know, you're there at the same place with me there, and you know, yeah, me don't really like you, but you're there. So me not gonna do nothing for harm you, I'm gonna protect you too. Yeah, if all a guy come here now and I try to show at him, I say, no, you can't, that's what you deal with. Understand? So me not gonna make nothing happen to you. But that don't mean say me love you. You understand? Well, at the same thing now, that we need to have that. We need to sieve out what is and what is not from all of these things that confront we in the day today. Because we look on the American system and we see say the amount of deck. Just today, we see them say them are start to know. Maybe we should get them on the radio tomorrow, you know. Where them are say them are gonna try, them are gonna now go back on this force of the what them call themselves, lesbian, gay, LG, what them call them LGBT. Them are gonna step up back now, which say we must know them not let it go. If we think that them let it go, we make a sad mistake. Them want to show no respect and give them due whatsoever. And remember, I said them to tell you, say, right now, if you don't agree with this same-sex marriage, you know, we're going to pull back certain things, which are that the man, he might hint at in the newspaper, you know. You see that newspaper today? All right, you see the newspaper. In a newspaper, man, them have a thing in the newspaper, say, big headline, man. It's a big headline. I don't know if I told the newspaper yesterday. When I there, I read it. Me kind of jet lag. You don't know which newspaper I read about. Yeah, but it has said that America is almost like a diplomatic warning. It's really that, me reading to it says like a diplomatic warning. Say, look here now, Jamaica. All right. You see, this president more anti-gay than the other president, you know. But that still don't say we're going to allow, you know, for really get away with the arguments where we're not talking about, well, they're not with gay people, they're not with this, and then I show them rights and equal rights and justice and all them things there. We there for sure say, we still are watching, you know, diplomatically, that's what the man has said. Oh, you don't see it. They had the paper to them, man. Yesterday, one of them paper. Anyway, this is the Culture Edge on RFM. Yeah, this is the Culture Edge on RFM. We're on a long episode, so we want kind of switch gear a little, you know, say, Pat Clark, the Jamaican roots and culture. Here goes.
Welcome to Jamaican Roots and Culture. I'm Pat Clark. Jamaican history has many phases. One of the most important was the journey to freedom, from slavery to emancipation. When the English captured Jamaica from the Spaniards in 1655, they saw the potential wealth that sugarcane, known then as yellow gold, could bring them. The English, however, deemed themselves to be physically incapable of growing sugarcane themselves, as this was a crop that required intensive manual labor. By then, the Arawak Indians, the original natives of the island, had become extinct due to a number of factors, including genocide, natural disasters such as hurricanes, as well as the diseases they contracted from the Spanish, who held them captive and mistreated them for many years, and virtually wiped out this indigenous population. The English then looked towards the continent of Africa, where it was said that the Africans could withstand the heat and their bodies were more resistant to diseases. The majority of the people who were taken from West Africa endured a dreadful journey to the West Indies, referred to as the Middle Passage. By the late 18th century, it was noted that Jamaica had the largest number of slaves in the British West Indies and a most successful sugar industry. As the manufacturing and export of sugar and its byproducts such as molasses and rum thrived, the slave trade flourished. There were, however, a few members of the British Parliament who, having seen the conditions in which the slaves were forced to live, were strongly opposed to slavery, thus sparking an anti-slavery debate. First came the abolition of the slave trade in 1808. In 1823, the Anti-Slavery Society was founded, with the Quakers taking a prominent role, along with a number of influential men like William Wilberforce, Granville Sharp, and Thomas Clarkson. Investigations and arguments by members of the society revealing the horrors of slavery led to the passing of the Emancipation Act on July 31st, 1834, in the British West Indies at midnight. However, full freedom to all slaves was not granted until 4 years later by Queen Victoria of England on the 1st of August 1838. Emancipation meant that Jamaica's over 300,000 slaves were now free to choose what they wanted to do with their lives. Some persons remained on the sugar estates and worked for wages, as they were freed without land or any feasible alternatives. The money they earned from the continuing work on the plantation was later used to buy land for themselves. Other freed slaves headed for the hillsides, eventually forming free villages, the first of which is Sligoville, located in St. Catherine. Freedom from slavery did not mean independence. For most ex-slaves, self-reliance was a struggle. Then there was the matter of mental slavery, which is still being grappled with even to this very day. And now, to end Jamaican Roots and Culture, here's our famous quotation from the Black diaspora. Dependence had become a part of their second nature, and independence brought with it the cares and vexation of poverty. The words of Elizabeth Keckley. For Jamaican Roots and Culture, I'm Pat Clark.
Yes, Pat Clark. That was Jamaica Roots and Culture. Duke BAYSEE in England. I want you edit up that thing there quick, you know. I want to play my summary. I can't bother go through the whole program. The summary where we do at the last monologue where we do. And I love you. I don't know if you can send it. Give me play it on the radio. Which is really my summary of the whole 3-day event and what we think about it. You understand? We want to play it for the people them, and we want to play some of the interview them with the people them, and what we actually say on the stage. You understand? You know, a virgin from the Gleaner they up there too. What's his name again? Oh gosh, I can't remember his name now. I can say if I find him name both, yeah. No. Corey Robinson, that's his name. I him name this, right? Obviously, most. Okay. Corey Robinson, why you love Corey? Yes, why you love Corey Robinson? Ran him say I see him hotel. He will aspire with me. Yes. So we are say would I love to get the monologue where we do as it relates to our summary, 3-day summary, because them are asked for it too. The group are asked for a summary of what we think about the whole thing. We don't want to go back to another long talking about what we think. Because we done talk already on camera where we think about it. We want to heal up my brethren. Irons. Irons published a little book here where it's amazing, and real white amazing. It's the words of Emperor Haile Selassie. Little quotes, snippets quotes, but here one now, it's a different kind of snippets. I wonder if we name them. Kirky, I Nation. I want to see, Kirky. Call me if you're about. I want to introduce you to this book. It's a little book. It come like a, it can't fit in your back pocket. It come like one of them cell phone. But what's interesting about this little book here is that it was made in Ethiopia by a Rasta man, and the quotes of Haile Selassie Knight is also in the Ethiopian language. So you have the Ethiopian language on the top, and you have the English translation beside it. Very interesting. This is volume 1. Awakening, him call it words of good. Some of them not easy, the man them say words of good, Nobody can accuse him of saying nothing else. Words of good. So some serious little quotes in there where once you never know Haile Selassie did say these things. I wonder what people don't know say Haile Selassie kind the phrase that there will be no peace until there's equal rights and justice. We see the youth them now come make the equal rights and justice become like afraid to say it. But then I get me for afraid to say it, Because me believe in equal rights and justice. Haile Selassie said there will be no peace until there's equal rights and justice. That is one of the quotes of Haile Selassie that has penetrated even reggae music. Yes, because other artists do it. Peter Tosh said. So this little book, one who realizes their needs and have a proper sense of values and urgency will be able to fulfill it. Simple little quotes. Education is like a two-edged sword to sharpen the spiritual and intellect of mankind. Keynote. Education is like a two-edged sword to sharpen the spiritual and intellect of mankind. And I can't read the Amharic version of the quotes, but it's very interesting to have something like that. One who lives good and is fair in their ways will always be led to right decisions by their conscience. Because it all boils down to your conscience. One who lives good and is fair in their ways will always be led to right decisions by their conscience. Life is short, but we can live and act in a way that our achievements leaves us a good name forever. Anyway, we want to make this available. iNation, we want to talk to you. We want to talk to you about this little book here, okay? All right. Anybody will know which for iNation and tell him some Muta call him on the microphone. This is the Cutting Edge on RFM. We continue the journey. Oh, yellow concrete asphalt. Concrete, man, people them say you do a nice job. I never get to listen to you, but I get to listen to Tony Rebel. Oh, I love Tony Rebel. We want you up to Honorable. Yes, I hear your interview sleepy, man. Yesterday, I said, Tony, I said, Tony, I hear your interview sleepy. I say, who that? So we hear your interview sleepy about the visiting hours for girlfriends and wives of prisoners. Actually, I don't think it's a bad idea, really. I don't think it's a bad idea. Yeah. Yeah, so, you know, say we're near now, countdown to the Marcus Garvey celebration. Remember last year? Trust me, if you think last year was big, you guys, what happened this year? Believe you me, 1 year they might tell, no, I'm not exaggerating now. 1 year the people, they might say, there was a traffic backup in a Fern Gully, you know. I don't remember if I last year, the year before, them say there was a traffic backup in a Fern Gully. That means the people them who are coming, you know, it's like slowly. So this year, I think this year have more speakers than before. I think so, yes. They usually have so much speakers, but there are more speakers. Last year, Mutabaruka performed with them band. This year, I don't hear nothing with Mutabaruka. Cabo, man, I get a plane ticket, you know. Man, I get a plane ticket. Yes. All right. So, we will be having the anniversary, the Marcus Garvey anniversary, right here at IRFM compound here. And we have a set of speakers that we're going to start to interview some of them as of next week. Yeah, we're going to start to interview them as next week. I have some there where some of them are my brethren. Yes, some of them are my brethren. We want to interview them because, trust me, it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be wonderful. There are only people who hear about it, you know, but never experience it. But all who have never been, you need to come experience it. You need to come experience this gathering. This gathering that celebrate Marcus Mosiah Garvey, the father of Pan-Africanism. While we was in London, that came up in the Islamic meeting with the Africans, them sitting down talking about Pan-Africanism. Big conversation, yes. So we give thanks. We give thanks. We give thanks also that IRFM has maintained this level of consciousness for really, say, every year from the beginning of IRFM with Carl Young. The Marcus Garvey event was one of the things them that did have to stand up by the hook or the crook. We have to have the Marcus Garvey celebration, and we see it continue up to now, years after him pass away. So we give thanks to that. We give thanks to Cabo. Yeah, we give thanks to Cabo for maintain it. When we say maintain it, she has maintained it. She has organized and really Fantapite, as we are saying. Fantapite. And we give thanks for that. We give thanks to Betty Ann and Debbie Ann. Let me say Betty. You know, another woman me I think, you know. We give thanks to Debbie Ann for recognize it's important to and give the go ahead for continue to. Yes, I will see some new members on board here. That is part of the structure, like Sister Yaso, Sanjay. I don't think she ever been to one yet. You ever been to one yet? You been, You come along upon your own. But you never work with her, right? How long ago that?
Last year.
Last year. You was here last year? You didn't see me from farm? You go when you hear see me come on.
Reach late.
You go when it's late? You ain't never there then. No, you're there. You're never there then, man. You never there, you're never there, man. You reach late. You know what I got me from farm in the night, you know. Yes, what? Like you tell man. Yes, what? Yes, you did there. Yes, you did see me. Yes, what?
You see it.
Me don't look like me, so when did the parents see it? What did this woman there start? But it's a wonderful experience. We want you look Babandi, you know? Yeah, we want you look Babandi. Babandi, how you do, man? Anybody who knows about Babandi there, tell him to Mutabaruka, heal him up. We want to play this. We want to play this. We are going to play it. It depends on my mind to play this from all long row. Again, we play it already, we play it again. Here goes.
The National Urban League has recently published its annual report on the state of Black America. The League is one of the oldest research organizations in the Black community, documenting the levels of national oppression and economic exploitation. Its first report was released back in 1976, and it was titled Locked Out, A Message to the Next President, documenting the political and economic struggles that blacks faced at the hands of those who were in the White House and on Wall Street. RT correspondent Ashley Banks gives us insight into what's revealed in the 2016 report.
African Americans remain oppressed and locked out in the U.S. Now, that's according to the National Urban League's recent findings in its annual report on the state of Black America. In 1976, the League released Locked Out, Education, Jobs, and Justice, a message to the next president, which provided evidence to suggest African Americans remain oppressed in the U.S. Now, here we are, 40 years later, and despite the fact the first African American president was elected in 2008 and again in 2012, the fundamental problems facing the black population are still unresolved, 151 years after slavery was abolished. The League says overall, African Americans do not have full equality, but only 72% of what whites possess. According to the report, there hasn't been much progress towards economic equality. The black unemployment rate is still twice the rate for whites. Compared to 40 years ago, the income gap has remained unchanged, resting at 60%, and the home ownership rate gap has grown 6%, now standing at 59%. Now, on the other hand, there has been slow progress in reducing the black poverty rate. According to the most recent estimates, the black poverty rate is now 2.4% lower than in 1976. And the League also stated over 1/4 of the African American population remains poverty stricken. The worst state in the U.S. for African American unemployment is Illinois. More specifically, in the city of Chicago, a lot of African Americans are faced with poverty, inequality, and joblessness, giving way to why crime is so high in the city. The Economic Policy Institute conducted a study during the first quarter of 2016. The unemployment rate among blacks living in Illinois was 14.1%. Now that's up from 13.1% during the fourth quarter of 2015. Which was the nation's worst African American unemployment rate. The League's report also provides data that takes a critical look at the lack of progress made during 2 terms of the Obama administration. In 2008 and 2012, African Americans voted overwhelmingly for President Obama, securing his 2 terms in office. The League suggests no matter who is elected to the White House and Congress for 2017, the oppression and exploitation will not go away. In Washington, Ashley Banks, RT.
All of this is racism. But the new racism is to make it look like there is no racism. The new racism is to make it look like there is no racism. That's why Obama was made president. He said he was fighting for a change we can believe in. And that's exactly what you got. Michael Brown, a change you can believe in. Trayvon Martin, a change you can believe in. Worst unemployment rate for black folk in over 30 years, a change you can believe in. Highest dropout rate since the first Bush, a change you can believe in. Because you don't understand white supremacy. You thought voting for Obama meant a change in the American power structure's relationship with the black community. Are you crazy? A change you can believe in. And the saddest thing, what really bothers me about President Obama, he did nothing for black children this whole time he was in office. LGBTQ, gave them landmark registration laws. Gay folk got more progress in 5 years under Obama than black folk got in 500. Illegal immigrants, landmark legislation. Latino landmark legislation. White women equal pay act. What did black folks get? Nothing. Just what you deserve. Nothing. Because you don't fall in love with politicians. Big mistake we made. I called it 8 years ago. When Obama get out of office, we're going to be worse off than when he went in because you fallen in love with a politician. That's ignorance. I hope we learned our lesson. You don't fall in love with elected officials. You come to agreements with elected officials, with money and voting power. That's what you do. You use them like they use you. But black folks, politically ignorant as we are, turned it into a religious thing. Voting for Obama became a religious movement. Pastors all across America talking about, yeah, God predicted this. God sent Obama. In the mosque, God sent Obama. I'm tired of it, quite honestly, because we keep letting white folk outthink us. We just keep on letting them. They're going to do it again. They say you Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson. You go floating again. Question is, when do we learn from it and start changing our political behavior? Well, first of all, you can't change your politics until you change your spending habits. Boom. As long as we remain conspicuous consumers, we will get nothing. Votes do not control money. Money controls votes. If you ain't got no money, you ain't going to get nothing done by the people in office. Pow. I don't care if they...
Yes, that was Umar Johnson. You know, I was here last year talking. But the reason why we play that forward is two things. One, because of what we seen in the newspaper about the Americans is now bringing up back this idea of the LGBT thing as it relates to Jamaica, and that some person in Jamaica is now rethinking them position on the gay thing. I don't know if you see that article there, where some person are rethink. I don't know if it's persons or person are rethink them thing on the gay movement in a Jamaica. But as we speak, I want them know say the majority of youth them poll in America now accept the same-sex marriage. And not only that, but it is not a lifestyle now that is seen as out there. It's part of it's intertwined as part of the American way of life. Because it's blatantly put in front of you on the TV and all these things, all in a cartoon. Cartoon, literal. May I tell you, it's their way. So when we see this American now, I think it's a past, what them call them, ambassador or something like that, start to bring up this thing again, and it come to light now on the front page. All it I say is that look at now, Jamaica, prepare now. We don't say that if we don't do certain things, we have to take action against you know. And we know when it happened under Obama with it and when him come at Jamaica. And even though we know that this president here is less hugging up the gay thing, but it's America. It's America in name. So when we look on the situation under the next reason why we bring up back this tape here is the statistics for them show about the position of black people in America 40 years ago. And the statistics and the study come show you say the position of black people in America is almost worse now. Well, worse under the black president. Can you imagine if this man has stayed there 8 years, what will happen for the position of black people in America? Given that basically some of the most hideous crimes against black people by the police in America, the police them get to half of the case them, where you can see, not only hear it from people, but you can see the crime committed by the police them on camera. Yet still when them go in a court, them get where, and most of these killings is killings of black youth. So apart from now we do have a black, well not we, now America do have a black president again, so you're not looking forward to say, yes, you know, as you hear the man say, we start to make Obama into a religious thing. You know, no, obviously nobody now going to say Trump is a religious icon or deity. So black people know what is the position, because Trump's supposed to wake up everybody. He is waking up everybody, but I don't know if he might wake up black people, because black people sleep sound, you know. It's like them take drugs more than everybody else and sleep sound. And we look at now the situation where we find ourselves in, and when we look at all the things that we are going around with as African people, you look at all Venezuela, you know, you look at the crime in Jamaica. You send kids, you know, have to call out the army, you know. Imagine send kids as much as small as a twin send kids and Nevis a little island, you know. And them have to call out the soldier them in a send kids. So maybe all the monkey them start run up and down on the road now. Because we go and send kids and see monkey a run up and down on the road, you know. I mean, you see them? Monkey run up and down on the road, that means wait, I want the monkey them still run up and down on the road because soldier them on the road now. That means that the thing get away in a send kids. The second crime-ridden island, I mean the one that follow Jamaica, is Trinidad. I must remember that Trinidad have island and them something that is one of the more, you know, in terms of money, them kind of look well off more than most of the little island them. That's why the woman prime minister did one time say they might take Trinidad for ATM machine. they might take Trinidad for ATM machine. But the one where really top it all is Barbados. Barbados will still run like a colonial culture of Britain. The crime, and then you start to wonder what the hell is going on. How is it that all of a sudden, I mean, we can talk about Chicago, what them call Chirac. It's the word Chicago and Iraq put together, them say Chirac. I'll spell name there. Spike Lee make a movie named Chirac. You have serious criminal activities, crime, black youth are shoot down black youth like wow in a Chirac, in a Chicago. And we see the thing escalating. That's all. One of you look on it and I say, a conspiracy theory don't mean say it's a wrong, it's wrong, you know. It's a theory. And the only thing you have to do is prove it to make it not be just a theory. Because that is why you have laboratories and you have thing named evidence. Show me the evidence of the theory and I will accept it as practical, logical thing. So you can have a conspiracy theory and it is not proven. But some theories can be proven even though it is a conspiracy. Because conspiracy, all conspiracy are doing, they say, you are conspiring against someone by bringing up something that you can't prove. Not some intellectual producer. You conspiring against somebody who you can't prove something, so you call it a conspiracy theory. But it don't mean say it's a wrong thing. You understand? Alright. So, what is happening? that so much places at the same time is being affected by crime and violence. And Jamaica, which was the beacon of hope for African people in this part of the world, can we give the people them hope through music, and we give them hope through what them would call a new religion. And it was going in such a way that all eyes was centered around Jamaica, because most things, music is of a certain power, right? And when that power is defined through a philosophy named Rastafari, it garners certain attention. But now we look on Jamaica now, and we see the music that was defining that spiritual awakening and consciousness, not only for Jamaican people, but worldwide. We see the music take a different turn. And it's like, it don't just take a different turn, you know, but the content and the cultural expression that define the music, that take another turn now. The behavior, the mannerism, and what it projects to the world. One of you wonder if it's not a conspiracy. Because we see it up in other Caribbean island. You know, Trinidad better off that way, economically. The crime rate in Trinidad is almost the same as Jamaica, and Trinidad liquor than Jamaica. The gun crime is prevalent. And most of them places say it's gun, I do the thing, it's gun. It relates to gun. Where the gun them a come from? We don't have to say which part it a come from, because everybody know where the gun a come from. So our people can create something where him going to make it very difficult for you go in a country with anything, even people. That them come now and declare you have countries now where them country that's labeled Islamic terrorist state. So them people, they can't come in my country. And when you're going there, you can't carry certain things going to them. They make sure so you don't bring certain things to them country. And it's not that some things don't go through the crack, you know, but really and truly, security tight for going there. Now, me I try to figure out how is it that them develop a system for prevent most things from coming to them country, even the people them where them don't want to them label as terrorists and criminal. Yet still, them can't stop things from come out of them country where is creating death and destruction in a other people country where them claim say them have a good relationship with. Good relationship must become reciprocal. May I use the right word, right? She said, may I use the right word? She don't say yes, she just look at me and go and talk, you talk, man. Go on like you want, justify justification from me. All right. We want to come back to this reasoning. We're going to come back.
Hi, my name is Stan, and I've been watching the Black Power community for the last 100 years. I just noticed that you guys have been having some problems figuring out what to do about me. You see, I'm a cracker. Yeah, the white man. The guy that has been running the whole world for the last 2,000 years. Well, the reason that I stopped by to speak with you today is to help. I've been watching you guys fight over gaining real black power, and thought I would give you a few pointers. Since we white guys have been running things since we invaded Africa, I figured I would lay out a blueprint to help you achieve your objectives. Might as well use a plan that works, right? Besides, it beats the backward, no progress, mistake repeating methods you people have been trying for the last 400 years. So I knew all of you needed some help. Especially after Barack Obama got into office. He's a great guy, but a black man in a white man's house ain't really saying much considering all the hell you people have been through. Don't get me wrong. In many ways I know you were happy to get at least one black into office. This is good when you want to run politics, but ruling the world is what we white folks specialize in. Have you ever heard of the Illuminati? Well, that is the kind of coordination you are going to need to begin taking over the world. Okay, let's get started. Today, I am going to give you 3 things that we did to take over the world. You can use these too, and begin to gain real black power. Number 1. The first step to taking over the world is unity. I know you have heard of this before, but black people seem to really struggle with this one. You just don't seem to get it. You would rather fight against each other, instead of your enemies. This is bad business and you will never get true freedom doing things this way. Instead, do what we did to gain power. We divided and conquered entire countries based on their differences, while holding true to our similarities. I am white. There is no changing that. My God-born tendency is to preserve my own. Nothing is racist about that. It is just common sense. You people are the stupid ones, going around trying to love everybody, but yourselves. And you still go around talking about Jesus loves everyone. While you've been doing all the praying and jumping around, we have been buying up the world and making laws you have to abide by. No offense, but everyone else has unity but you. I mean, look at the business in your neighborhoods. The people that control it don't even look like you. In fact, everyone who comes to this country sets up a business in the black community. The Koreans, the Indians, the Chinese, the list goes on and on. Aren't you tired of letting these other people supply all of your food, nails, and weaves? The one thing they have that you don't is unity. Number 2. Once you get unity, you are going to need to get organized. When we took over the world, we had a plan in place. A goal. Since we whites make up a small percentage of the global population, we knew the only way for us to exist was to enslave non-white people. This was our global plan for white supremacy. But we didn't stop there. We organized a military force behind our goal and executed it to perfection. Killing men, women, and children across the globe with brute force. Whatever we needed, we just took it. And if blacks or Native Americans didn't like it, oh well. Remember, there are no rules in war. Our objective is to ensure survival. But you black people seem to think your economic hardships, social injustices, and high arrest rates just happened by chance alone. Never mind, we've worked nearly 4 centuries, day and night to keep you people exactly where we want you. On the plantation. Yeah, it's true. Let me tell you a little secret. Most white people are not going to tell you this. It's an old family secret we have kept pretty quiet about. And for good reason. You see, all that free labor my white ancestors got from your black ancestors translated into a lot of money. In fact, the black slave trade was the greatest wealth-building tool in human history. With free labor we were able to finance the Industrial Revolution. Well, all of that money pretty much stayed in the vast majority of white families. And with all due respect, whites intend to keep it that way. You see, Dr. Martin Luther King was pretty good at integrating lunch counters and toilets. However, he didn't do so well at integrating bank accounts. So you blacks were shafted out of the money that was due to you in exchange for a good job and education. But it was us whites who owned most of the jobs. Which brings me to my point. It's just another plantation. I say all of it to say, being organized is more than alignment. It is knowing the traps we have laid out for you, and then moving around them. Everybody knows but you blacks. That education will only keep you enslaved. It will only produce what it has already produced. A bunch of dressed-up plantation workers perfectly content, working and serving under another man's vision. You don't really think we are going to teach you to build a nation for yourselves, do you? If you were really educated, you would be able to solve your own problems. Problems like gang violence, poor economics, and underrepresentation. Instead, you will continue to pass the notion of getting a good job down to your children. This will brainwash them to be just like you. And the cycle will repeat for generations. While we whites continue to run things at the top, your grandchildren will be celebrating the first black Catholic Pope. I know this has been long, so let's move to number 3. The third way to gain black power is the most important of all. It is this way because it deals more with your psychology than your conscious mind. When we took over the world, we decided to use the most dangerous weapon of all to subjugate the darker peoples of the planet. We used a combination of white supremacy and religion to talk these people into complete submission. If a robber breaks into your house, rapes your family, kills your mother and father, then tells you that in order to go to heaven, you have to worship as God. If someone did that to me, then said that to be born again, I had to worship as God, I'd kill the bastard right on the spot. But you black people seem to have no problem worshipping the God of your enemies. Even worse is the fact that for all the praying that you have done, it seems like the God of the white man is just as racist as we are. Anytime you start believing in the God of your enemy, it pretty much means you're a complete Wistafar to confront his adversary. This is a deep sickness because to believe the man who murdered your family is your friend is to believe that watermelons have gills. This kind of thinking lacks critical reasoning, a skill needed to defend territory and the minds of the youth. You even believe that Haiti, the only black nation, is cursed because many of them practice voodoo. You even go further and believe that it was God that hit Haiti with a 7.5 earthquake. You religious-minded blacks thought this about New Orleans too. Let me tell you the truth. We gave you this God because we knew by worshipping a white God you would subconsciously be worshipping us. That was a part of our plan, and it worked like a charm on the early slave plantations. We whites decided to perfect it, and have taken our gods all over the world to dark people. You see, we know that if we can get you to put down your God, and pick up ours, you will lose your real power. This is really effective for controlling a people. Practically, by doing this, you will never fight against us because subconsciously you would be fighting God. But that is why you cheer for a white Jesus to kill all the darkies down in Haiti and New Orleans. Meanwhile, our harp machines can shake up more prime real estate for the oil companies. If you continue to follow the God of your enemies, you will never rule the world, because you will always have your allegiance with the white man, instead of your God, because you traded him in for a blonde-haired, blue-eyed hippie, whose name we took from the Greek god Zeus. So, let's recap. The top 3 things you need to do to rule the world, and to have black powers. Number 1, get some unity. Stop killing each other over nickel bags of weed and coke. You are basically helping to kill off your own army. Stop it and unite. Number 2, get organized. There is nothing worse than a bunch of rich rappers talking about gangsta and keeping it real, when all of them still work for rich white and Jewish men that pimp them for their talent. With Jay-Z, P. Diddy and Oprah, you black people should have your own distribution company by now, instead of relying on your white backers to put out your albums. This is because you are not organized. This goes for all you sports athletes too. You black sports guys are stupid. You're a grown man and you still have an owner. Stop being a slave and wake up. When you die, all you will have to pass on to your children is a championship ring. When I die, I will have at least 2 islands and a few manufacturing companies to extend my legacy. For you sports guys, no one will remember you, and the money you blew on trying to floss will be right back into our hands. You need to organize and put your money and minds together for one common goal: black power. Last but not least, you have to stop following the white man's God. He has really done nothing for you since you started to believe in him. Basically, all my God has done for you is allow white guys like me to continue stealing from you. Sure, We'll give you a few rich blacks to make it up the ladder. But this is to keep up hope in you, so that you will teach cowardness and fear to your children and get nothing in return. You will keep praying while we will keep slaying, and taking more land and control of the earth. It will be this way as long as you fall for the lie that some white dude is going to come down from the sky. Stop it. Instead, go back to believing in your God. The God you had when you were rich in Africa and had diamonds, gold, and health. It certainly beats the crap the white man's God has given you. Even if you believed in rocks, you would probably have more luck than what you have gotten with this guy. One last thing. Black people need to stop saying that they're blessed. This is not only dumb, but it lets us white people know that we are still very much in control. If I steal you from your home and throw you into a cardboard box, have you worked for 400 years on a plantation? Just because I give you a pillow, doesn't mean that you were blessed. If a guy cuts off your hand, and then turns around and gives you a bandage, it don't mean anyone blessed you. He just needs his slave to be able to work the next day. So you are not blessed just because the white man gives you a doggy treat. It simply means, so given all the crap you blacks have dealt with here in America, and abroad, a new car or money for the light bill are just tools we white folks who are trying to run a plantation do to keep up the morale. So, if going from Africa, a land of milk and honey, diamonds and resources, a place where you had a name and thousands of acres of land, to a place where you were struggling to eat in a one-bedroom apartment every day means you are blessed, then elephants have feet.
You are listening to Mutabaruka.
You know here, continent, the edge, the edge.
Somebody's always bad-mouthing black men. And most of what they say is true. But it's not true about most black men. This is a praise song. Hum a little Billy Harper if you want to. But up out of my heart, which ain't no easy place, I give thanks for the births of all the black, brown, and beige brothers who struggled to get out of that birth canal and have since never tried to re-enter. Give thanks to all the brothers who know and have always known the value of family, as opposed to dropping seeds in every reachable field of glory. Give thanks to all the brothers who accompany their women into the delivery rooms to witness and participate in the positive welcoming of their newborn into this world. Give thanks to brothers who actively join in controlling births and preventing diseases. Give thanks to brothers who work unbelievably effed up jobs to secure the needs of their families, especially the ones who thought about running but never could. Give thanks to brothers who cook and clean and change diapers without fear of their penises falling off. Give thanks to brothers who take care of their children. Give thanks for brothers who are actively involved in the development of their children, who know their highs and lows, their likes and dislikes. Special thanks to the brothers who managed this irregardless of their relationships with the mothers. Give thanks to the brothers who save other brothers' harvest, who take the mother and therefore take the children, whether they are liked by them or not. These brothers don't come in masses, but are many enough to mention. Give thanks to the brothers who have no children, but who treat all of our children like they are really all ours. And instead of worrying them about the win of fatherhood, we should be grateful for the love they do share. Give thanks for brothers who love and respect their mothers, and therefore love and respect black womanhood. Give thanks to brothers who let a woman be herself without trying to mold her or shape her into a piss-poor imitation of a white girl. Give thanks to brothers who like the women they sleep with and who don't sleep with women they don't like. Give thanks for the brothers who have taken the time and the care to patch up the injuries on the hearts of sisters who ran head on into the wrong nigger. Give thanks for brothers who let their black women be their friends without trying to seduce them further on down the road. Give thanks to brothers who don't take advantage of women even when they know they can. Those who pass up the opportunities to pimp no matter how available they may be. Give thanks to the brothers who have never ever raised their hands against a woman. Let me just back up and give them a little bit more thanks on that. Give thanks to brothers who oppose rape first in their hearts and who defend black women without having to know them. I'm talking about those stalking moments when sisters ask unknown brothers to walk with them or watch them to their cars, and the average blood who gives her that coverage without a pause. Give thanks to the brothers who resisted and do resist enslavement through drugs, and for the lesser heroes, give thanks also for those who are enslaved but yet warn others about the wicked possibilities. Give thanks for brothers who love other brothers without fear of freakiness. Give thanks to brothers who tell the police nothing. yesterday, today, and tomorrow too. Divine thanks to those who will die and have died rather than betray black secrets. Give thanks to brothers who receive fame and yet remain beautifully true to the race and its image. Give thanks for the brothers who are self-employed and the inspiration they give us all as we struggle to be self-reliant. And give everlasting thanks to any and all brothers who have paid the extravagant cost of being brothers, no matter how high the bill.
Yes, give thanks. If you are part of those brothers that the sister is talking about. Yes, Iel.
Yes, Mota.
Blessed man.
Boy, I'm surprised. So long now, you said people for call and make brother and say nobody now wait.
Nobody now wait?
Yeah, we're going to start. I expect to now go on a long line and wait. There are about 6-7 people in front of it.
Oh, so you're not ready for talk then?
Yeah, man, you're ready. I'm surprised.
Okay.
Yeah, if we're going to start, the number to make somebody new man, them call, we don't know the number.
Okay.
Yeah. So I go, man, hey, listen to me now. Remember the name of the song?
You remember the name of the song now?
Special Amber, its name.
What?
Special Amber. I guess I have a worker station, I don't know.
Special Amber?
Amber, yes.
The true name Special Amber?
Yes. But I'm not sure. I don't remember when I go on Bedassi, I'm not sure, something like that. I think so. I might Bedassi do it, I'm not sure. But the name Special Amber, I'm not think too much music can name so.
Special Amber.
Now the old Calypso days or Mentor days however.
Okay, I never look for it.
I remember last week I was a bomb to go call and you.
I'm trying to program come in the year where the program are going.
Yeah, man. But and plus now, and the other things I'm right now, I want to talk to you about what they write it down, so I don't forget, but no, I don't remember how I put the paper. I'll try myself quick, boy. I'll try myself quick, boy. Eh?
You know problem, man.
Boy, me I tell him, me head, me no know. You know,
do what I go still, I don't know.
That's right, man. Usually, more than listen still and hear where other people say, I don't send him a comment, so I listen really have.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm sure
the overnight, though. You used to day program, you know.
Yeah, well, me listen, Wednesday night, middle Monday, and, you know, and that I'm a problem, you know, man. You know, say 3 programs, I want to listen to 3 of them on 3 different stations, same time, I have to juggle sometime. Because a doctor on the US station, every time I want to listen, but in come to earlier still, so I can listen to climb and then jump over to you. You know?
Okay.
You know, the next station I can some oldies. But that's how it run, you know. But
so then what, you still remember what you want to say?
I remember it now, so I know what topic well to, you know, matter. Me wait on this, me, you know, but like, if me, you know, man, I thought nothing understand till me come in tomorrow, I call again on the year, so.
Alright, sir.
You know? Yeah, man.
So you remember who you tune there, you say?
Eh? You know remember?
Lord Power to the tune.
Lord Power, you know?
Lord Power, yes.
Give me a little tight there if you can answer. Give me a little tight there if you can.
Well, before the program done, never hear it.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, before the program done. Give thanks, yeah?
Thank you, man.
Yes, may I tell you, this is the Cutting Edge on RFM. We're going to play that tune for the brethren. About what? About a month. It's about a month to look for that tune there, you know. I don't know if we're going to get the name of the tune. It's about a month to look for the tune. So how can we not play it for you? We have to go play it for you. But since we're upon this little vibes, that's all. We could see what we can do with this tune here. Because the vibes we are beloved. That tune here, yes.
Yes, hello?
Yeah, blessed.
Once I was a littlest gambler, and my little dollar bill could not spend. Then I sing and I believe, and I sing and I believe, in the middle of the sea, when the ship begun to sail, Captain Selassie, I showed his mercy over all. Yeah, man, Muta, what go on? Yes,
You
Muta.
call at the night. You stop calling at the day, man.
Yeah, you was missing for a while, but hear me now. I'm very old-fashioned too. I wish they introduced you to Instagram easier, because all you got to do is go to your homepage and slide your finger to the right. You'll see me contacting you. Easy, you know what I'm saying? So just look for 6 Year Life. That's my name on the Instagram.
Yo, you go too fast, man. Tell me what you say, Mufi do.
Oh, all right. You go to Instagram, you go to your homepage. At the bottom of your phone, you're going to see the house. So you touch the homepage, and when you get to your homepage, you just slide your finger to the side. It's going to be another page, and it's like that's your personal. It's called your BM. That's your personal, like where people contacting you personally from around the world. And you can just text me back easy. So I have a lot of singing videos where I just imitate a lot of different artists. But I want to give you your artists. I want to give you your artists real quick. I'm going to surprise you. And you spoke to him the other day on the radio. To be true to one another, and to be kind and gentle to each other, to do your best was asked of you, to do what you have to do when you're supposed to. You've got to feel it.
Wow.
Yeah, man, you know.
Yeah, Babandi.
You know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, I swear, and this is giving me joy just to talk to you. I feel like win $1 million or something. And that's what I said this second. I spoke to Raja Asphalt, and it's funny because sometimes you bully the workers under you and you say Asphalt, and I'm laughing. I thought his last name was Asphalt, but I see you joking, you know? But Asphalt, you know?
Yeah,
so I'm talking to him now, and I was singing some old tunes to him, you know, so when you wasn't there.
Yeah. All right,
and I also was telling him that it's hypocrisy about this government in Jamaica, because if they knew their history before picking cotton, they would know that their ancient families used to have running water to cities hundreds of miles away from the water. Fresh water supply.
Yeah.
There's a city called Petra.
Yeah.
You understand? And I'm telling you, so, and then its perception is very important, because even I would love to for King James to be listening, and King Joshua, because white people are Caucasian yes, King. What you say, King?
Me say you're gonna make him call me when you call him name.
No, because I'm 30 years old and I'm obsessed with anthropology, and we're just saying that Caucasians, they left Africa. They came from the Ramaldi tribe, 40,000 years ago, and they went on a migration through the Gibraltar, because Europe and Africa is connected. So they got caught in the Ice Age 40,000 years ago, and it takes a few hundred years to lose your melanin in Europe and come back around the world and act like you and you don't even know your own history. So it's dangerous when you don't know your own history.
All right, sir.
Because white people, you know.
Give thanks.
And I want to leave you with a live Brigadier Jerry real quick. Right?
Go on.
Yeah. Long time Brigadier Joseph teach him rub-a-dub, Lord. Come little daughter, make we polish and we rub. Easy general, come make we teach them rub-a-dub. What do you call it? Rub-a-dub it. Come on. Rub-a-dub it. And then we dub it in our east, in our west, in Cornwall, Middlesex. Easy general, because we know we had the best. We know eat with dirty, we just eat and left blood. Eat.
All right, sir. All right. Tomorrow you call me again. All right. Yes, me I tell you. Him no easy, man. Him no easy. Why you that tune left about a month? No, him never know the name of the tune. Him tell me the name of the tune for the first. Tonight, him tell me the name of the tune. So, we hope that tune them attack, you know. Lord Power, Special Amber, Cutting Edge, EL.
Muta, good night, Elder.
Blessed man.
Yes, sir. So, I want to touch back on one of the audio clips that you're constantly playing about the white man telling us what our problem is, right?
Yeah.
Hello, hear me?
Yeah, man, I hear you, man.
Yeah, man. All right. So, one of the things that where him says that we're sick for the smallest little things, while by the time him dead and gone and more left for him picking them with at least an island or a private island or something like that, while we have maybe a pair of shoes or a car or something like that. So, may I say, me being a returning resident, may I get used to how the mentality of the people is on the island. And I mentioned, must about a year ago, or more than a year ago, 2 years ago I think it was, you'd have a conversation with a man, a matter about how the legalization for manufacturing and sell weed and all them type of something there. And yeah, tell him, say basically all of the other people them who are coming at the island have them money already to do them thing. So him can't really do nothing about that. What him have to do basically is to work with another man. And him come up with this problem now, say him now work for no man, because as soon as local money start run, them all start kill them one another over it and all them type of something there. And I find say it's this little issue that someone we have with selfishness. Where we have to deal with. And me I talk to our brethren the other day, and me I tell him say we as people have the power to change the government mind to a certain extent. And all him hear me say all know, is me I tell him alone to go up against government to start protesting and all them something and nothing now get done. So me I say, brethren, I know you don't understand me I say, no, me I say is you alone for go do it. Is us as a collective have to do it. Otherwise when them promise me things and them not come true and we allow them to do it, it will continue for the next 55 years. And you mentioned about the other smaller islands, them they go through the same type of problem like Trinidad. But me they want to ask you too about Trinidad. Is Trinidad have the island all them type of something there, right? But is it that the people them might get any benefits from it?
From the island?
Yeah.
Well, apparently them more well off than most of the Caribbean island them, because the Prime Minister stress this one say, which is really after she come from Jamaica, she did that say that too, that they might take her Trinidad for her ATM machine. I don't remember if you remember that woman there.
Yeah, man, me hear you.
Yeah, she say, so I don't know if it's a rich country, but apparently they are better off.
Yeah, that I see in terms of me understand. The country as a whole is supposed to be better off, but is it that the wealth is going back to the regular people?
Well, we can put it this way. When you look at the statistics, the poverty ratio is less than Jamaica.
But then it go back to the question, why is it that they still have so much violence
this idea of squatter, like almost one third of Jamaica population is seen as squatter, like them not own the land, then they part of people land. So, I don't know if it a share equally, the oil money a share equally, but in terms of the money and what it has circulate whatsoever, it'll do much better than Jamaica.
But is that issue where if you say for them violent, the violence among the people them is almost as bad as Jamaica, you have to wonder the same way again.
Well, that's why I have to wonder now if this thing about poverty is really true. Because I always make the distinction that I say, look at Haiti. Haiti is the most impoverished island in the Caribbean, it's not in the third world, so-called. And them do have as much violence. So we wonder if it's poverty, because a whole heap of the man them who are create the problem for kill people, it's not man who don't have no money. Them have money. Because them can afford to buy a gun to get a youth to kill somebody.
But you see, that's a touch on that too,
We are not the youth actually believes that work him get. So him not really unemployed. When him get a gun for to kill somebody, him not feel like him unemployed because him get paid to kill somebody.
Me see something on the social media scene, somebody show me some little graphic thing about some youth where get shot up in a car. And me get another local audio file where is a man explain what go on. Him say him know the youth them is some scammer youth them in our club and them a buy buckle and all them type of something there and another group a youth. See the man is like a competition now.
Yeah.
Who need to buy the most buckle and some disrespected must go on and them wait until after the dance now. And them find them out of one particular restaurant and just deal with the case there so.
Yeah, well that's a go on, you know. Man just see how to dance and just say but that boy they would have looked for a long time. And just you know it get away. But I have really I don't come to the conclusion about the poverty thing, but I'm thinking now go towards it's poverty cause it. That is really what I say. I now come say it's poverty cause the crime. Because people say actually the youth them have no work. I don't think the youth them have a work for kill people. And them get paid for do it.
Yeah, Mudain agree with you, you know, because a lot of, I mean, the country kind of set up in a way where if the government not really help you to make a good wage and living, you still can find a different type of way.
No, that means scamming is a
earn
job.
your money.
Scamming is a job. You know,
whether it's by scamming or go up on the side road I say your buckle juice and all them some they are go up on a local work out of the island.
Yeah.
The opportunity is there if you want to do it.
Yes, yeah.
But my biggest problem though is with as we call them the low level bosses slave them, aka the police. Where not even just the police but the people them who control the Ministry of Security and all them type of something there. Me just feel say is two different things why we have such a violent society. Is the criminal them know say chances are them are gonna get away with it. So they come like picnic. They know say is a 70% chance them will get away with it. Them all do it. So me just feel say is either that them don't care to fight the crime and them might make we kill out one another, or them is just a bunch of idiots. The one out of the two.
Yeah, sometimes it look like them not care. Are them involved in the criminality too?
All that too.
Yeah. And we have to move, brethren.
Yeah, man, respect.
Yes. This is the cutting edge. Yeah, this is the cutting edge, and I remember there with you. Okay, I'm going to see where I'm going. So, yes, Hail.
Hail, Muda. I call to just highlight something, my own feeling about Emancipation Day. I don't think we are really celebrating Emancipation Day, in a day that really pay homage, respect to our ancestors and those who have suffered to liberate us. I am still hearing the lie about those, that Wilberforce and Clark and...
Oh, you still mention them?
And I would like us, I'm suggesting, sir, some years ago we found FIBA. We did something about the Zong.
Yes.
And I would like us to be able to identify, if I'm starting in the cooperative area here, where the slaves were buried. We have the Jewish cemetery, the Chinese cemetery, and we are here for over 300 years, and we can't find a place where the slaves were buried on this particular plantation. This is where they were buried. The objective of this is whenever we have Emancipation Day, we get access to the burial site and properly pay homage and remember our ancestors and their suffering. And this could go and develop till we build an auditorium. We have audio videos. We get all the historical facts. And we use that day as a day of remembering. Remembering.
But you have ones who do that. But you have ones who do that, you know.
Pardon me?
You have ones who do that.
Well, I would like to know them. I'd like to be a part of it.
Okay.
Because really and truly, I think if we could get our young people to really understand what went on and emphasize don't get angry. Self-control.
Yeah.
Begin to build yourself in a positive manner. Highlight your skills and whatever you're doing and aim for excellence. Then I'm getting the young people there. The same way we learn our Father who art in heaven. We should learn our people and be able to quote things. We grew up on this Christian business, and as a result of that, our people are lost and continue to be lost.
Yes,
because, and we must emphasize the young people, the children. We take our families there on that day.
Yes.
I really am not going to leave this alone with you. I want to take it to all Afrocentric groups and suggest it. We start small as a small group. And if I could know where now, their burial sites are all across the island and the plantations.
Yeah.
We don't know them. We need to map them. We need to go to the archive somewhere, historical records, and find these places, start out with one, and let it grow and grow and grow until we become a critical mass that cannot be ignored. And I'm pretty sure crime among our young people who are not growing up without a sense of purpose, who have been so traumatized, should begin to rethink themselves.
One of the most serious move that was made, a sister, they move one of the slaves' bones from Seville and carry it back to Africa, you know.
Wonderful.
I don't know if you ever hear about it.
I heard about it, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, but we must recapture these things, honoring our obligation to remember.
Yeah.
I don't think to honor our obligation to be the drunk and fornicate and be suicidal on the road.
Yeah.
That's all we are doing now.
Yes,
we are not
things.
solemnly. Really, I must highlight also that there was a drumming in Mandela Park, which I admire. You understand? But we're really not really honoring our obligation to remember in a serious manner.
Yeah, when Emancipation Day is a party, I hear about.
Yes, and we need to cut that out.
Jerk festival and all them things.
Yeah, party, we need that. It's a serious day that, remember them and I'll try to take it off of the calendar.
Them to take it off and I put it back there.
And then want we to forget.
I know them I call it Emancipendence.
Exactly, all them kind of name them a bit stuff to fool with.
Emancipendence.
No, me don't know Emancipendence. To me, Emancipation is the greatest holiday and the most important holiday in Jamaica. Till they reach a point now where they are not complaining that Jamaica we have too much holiday. I drop them one, drop Emancipation.
No, we can't cut out but I'm back.
That's what me I say. Kill Christmas,
I'm
kill
back
Easter.
in there, yeah.
But they know what we know and remember, and we have to emphasize this. And we have to find a place where we gather all the Afrocentric people and the different groups. And it must be done. That's the only way we can save our young people. For they know nothing to grow up, Our young people, apart from PNP and GLP and the church, there's no ideology. Because Marcus Garvey, with all his beautiful, is ignored by the intelligentsia and by the government. So
we have a celebration down the area, so the 20th of August, you must try and come.
Of course. I'm hoping, I'm expecting to, and if I don't, I follow it up on radio. Right now, I still have your interview with Ray Hagen.
Okay, all right.
That I listen to.
Yes.
Every day, and it energizes me so much.
All right, give thanks.
Yes, Muta, thank you.
Yeah, blessed
Good.
man, yes. Man said energize him. Give thanks for that. Okay. Callings, we take calls. As we say, why you love Raja again? For sitting for we, yes, give thanks for that, Raja. Give thanks for that. Okay, here we go. Yes, El Muta. Blessed Mandingo. What you doing?
Blessings. I tell you, man, I love the caller who just called a while ago with the things that he said, man. I endorse everything that he said. That he said, It's just one thing. When he mentioned about the intelligence here, them don't have the intelligence. Them are some mentally enslaved people. That's why them don't want, have philosophy and opinions of Marcus Garvey as a textbook in the school systems in Jamaica. To this day, despite them paying lip service with Marcus Garvey being the first national hero and of course of all the most well known. You know what I'm saying? Because when people mention Norman Manley and Alexander Bustamante, right away is division amongst the African race, But when you mention Marcus Garvey, is unity. When you mention Paul Bogle, is unity. From you call those names, it's automatic unity. But from you mention Bustamante and Manley is division of the African people into PMP and GLP camps, you know, because as we know, Marcus Garvey founded the first modern political party in the Caribbean, the People's Political Party, in 1929.
Yeah.
And when PMP and GLP come with the two cousins there, it's divided the African race in Jamaica politically and trade union wise too, into rival camps, spin and attacking each other. You know, it is a good thing that a lot of our people have matured because of works by us, people like you and I and others as Africanists, Marcus Garvey, Tony and others, and the Garvey wife, Amy Ashwood Garvey, Amy James Garvey and others, who constant work has made our people in recent years, you know, not to be killing each other in the name of PNP and GLP politics, but remember, as we know from the 60s, especially coming through, and 1980, you know, and that type of thing, you know.
Yeah.
And talking about Marcus Garvey, this coming Sunday the 6th is, I will be speaking, the topic of my lecture will be the life and times of Marcus Garvey applied today.
Okay.
Because, as we know, a lot of people, the amiable enemy agents, try to pretend as if what Marcus Garvey said and did has no application for Africans, I mean, in current times. And what Marcus Garvey did was that he laid out the Black Prince solution for the African race that they are to implement. So the topic of my discussion, which would be at the Mahat, M-A-A-T, Temple, 366A I Road, Tottenham, London, N17 9HT, and it will be from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. in the evening, is the life and times of Marcus Garvey applied today, which is really showing how Marcus Garvey, in his life and times, the lessons that we learned from that and to be applied today, you know, and I give specific examples of what is happening now to show the correlation from Marcus Garvey's time, you know, and things. So this is absolutely important, you know, and of course is a free entry to this, the Ma Temple, this Sunday the 6th.
Which part of England is there?
It is by Tottenham.
Okay.
The nearest tube station is Seven Sisters, which is on the Victoria line, you know. And it's near to Broadwater Farm. Like if you come out of when you come out of Seven Sisters tube station, you turn left, heading towards Broadwater Farm, going in the direction of Edmonton. And it's not far from the police station in Tottenham too, that infamous police station. Just a few yards from it, really.
You look riot on Hackney the other night. Where them kill the youth in the supermarket.
Well, listen, I don't even call it riot, I call it revolt. There have been a series, more than one.
Yeah, but the one, I mean, like, I'm a brethren area, I'm a brethren friend, him son friend, them, you know them here there? Yes.
I mean, ever since it's happened, because what is emerging is that, because I mean, we have seen the video, the CCTV, that because the police had told the people in the shop that, you know, them don't to give up all of the CCTV, but the shop people kept one that they didn't know about.
And it showed on BBC. It showed on BBC.
What they did to the youth. Yes.
May I tell you?
He wasn't resisting. And what is being said now is that is them put something in his mouth.
Yeah, they might say they have something in their mouth.
No, but what is coming out is that they put something in his mouth. You know, and that is how he got suffocated. When you look at it, you see one of them holding him, and then and next one sitting down on his back.
Kneel down in his back.
Kneel up, so no wonder he couldn't breathe on his face, because you could see, you know, where he was struggling to be free, and then his body just got dead, you know, limp.
Yeah. And the same thing did happen in America the other day with the brother where them catch on the side, the road. Say, must sell this and sell that.
And the one that say, can't breathe.
And them a ball out say, can't breathe, and them not have business with that.
Yes. No, wicked, man. And you see why the youths, and not just youths too, are revolting like that, is that this thing it has reached an epidemic level. Too much of it.
Yeah.
Too much of it. The regularity of it.
But I don't
and no police officer has ever been convicted and sent to prison for the deaths of any of our African people, whether male or female.
Yes.
None. Remember Joy Gardner from Jamaica, who she died in same North London too, in the presence of her young son, because they were trying to, forcibly, take her to deport her and that type of thing. And they handled her in such a way that she died in her home in the presence of her little son.
What the DJ, from Jamaica. When do cut the translation? What name again?
Smiley Culture.
No police. Enough police cut it in.
Yeah, police, and they claim that he stabbed himself, but stab yourself in a way that the knife went in and come out the other way. What kind of strength that you stab yourself and it protrude through the back?
I must not like himself to the square root of 100.
Yes, man. I mean, they try to take our people for fools. They try to take our people for fools. But no, enough is really enough.
Our people are going like them idiot for true, though, really. We are going like we are
What is that?
I said we really are going like we're fool for true, though.
Yes, well, some of our people, but as we can see, those youths there who rising up in Hackney, near East London, not taking it.
So since when we talk about it, so since Sunday night, since Saturday night, and anything else happened since that? Since Saturday night?
No, not in any more significant way yet. But what has happened is that the police realize that this thing is not going to stop. But the thing is that they don't know when it will happen again.
Yeah.
But they know that it's going to happen again because, and you notice, that obviously at some time there's going to be a funeral, which is going to take time. Say things will occur when that happens. But in the meantime, what is happening now is that the youths are saying they're not waiting until any funeral to be taking the protest. You understand what I'm saying? This is going to be regular protest, and it's not just youths too. I want to emphasize it's not just youths too, but also adults in the sense of people in them late 20s, 30s, 40s going up.
Yeah.
Because everybody recognizing that this is not just my son, this is my grandson, this is my nephew, this is my grandnephew, because everyone now looking at dear relatives who is 20 years old to say, yes, it was Russia and Charles as the latest now. Which one of our people will it be next?
We have to move though,
Yes, Muta. So, and I will keep you posted.
Yeah,
where this is concerned.
Thursdays. This is the Cutting Edge on IRFM there with you. Yes,
Muta.
Yeah.
Muta.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, man. Thank you for the song, sir.
And that song there, that thing.
Yeah, man. Remember, why that moment come up with it, I told you that play some mentor and some rumba and some calypso.
Okay.
And we got to tell you that song. But, why you talking about it? When me did hear it, me remember, Little John and Biggie them, that the more we are together, The happier we shall be, because your God is my God.
The happier we shall
be.
I
say, wonder if I hit them listen and get that from, you know. With the first one, they listen.
No, you have songs, a church song, you know. More we are together.
Yeah. Yeah, one like that. Your God is my God.
The happier we shall be.
Well, yeah, I say I was special number, but I think I want one of them red room there, one of them old time red room. You know, 100% sure that's the Jerry Smile can't sing, you know.
Why him love the red room?
Yeah, no, but I am ready to play that music there, no.
Okay, I joke about it though.
We don't know if you love it.
I like time to hear him though.
Yeah, I want them to get one little piece of news station about me, them can't pick.
But you know, say, that station, they can't hardly pick it up, you know.
Yeah, that may I say.
I mean, you say it get divested and all too.
Okay. The brethren, the car before man being go there. I love you and talk, you know, about the Marcus girl and everything. But remember, say still know about with the slave business and the slave grave them. Remember, say anywhere the slave drop and I see that, so them bury me and big hole and throw me, you know.
Yeah.
You know, so the marker, them not there, I guess, but then can find them.
Yeah,
you know, whenever I find most of the, well, I guess all up on you and them places, more and them places, them probably know most of them, find most of them.
Yeah, I hope they so they have enough.
Yeah. Probably find whole heap, you know.
All right,
but well, that thing there, see, what the government they don't do with the cockpit country, you know, if I light up still, I want to
for the mining thing.
Yes, because me and you like them to have some reason in business like with them go say, boy, I can't no start and I say now what they start.
Yeah.
You know, if you get your own it that them have to do a reason on it.
Yeah, alright, I can check it out.
Because you know then so when time Tiger and you have pick me say, boy, what are we in favor of post? You know? The engineer might and then get to do it.
A clear conscience.
Yeah, but you know, follow up me because I listen to that one them have to join in any march, anything.
Yeah.
That time no one them march it's country. I mean and the coal plant they would put in a century get me no like the Chinese giving them, me no like them something there.
I don't think them will use the coal as such again still. But what them said as originally.
I hope not.
Alright, sir.
Yeah. Alright then.
Yeah. Scotland Edge.
Tell man, Muta.
Blessed.
Tell Muta.
Yeah, man. May I hear you, man?
One blood, man. One blood.
Aye.
Yeah, the same music that the man talk about there. Special on my mute.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you get cut off. Right, tell him get cut off. Yeah.
Yes, Muta.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night, sir.
Look, now, you know, I'm gonna get to we can type for your show. You say the most honorable Bamsa Grange.
Yeah.
I think she's supposed to pay the people that will come on the festival thing, give them back their money.
Which festival thing?
Some of them have to use bands, you know.
Which festival thing?
The festival song contest, man. They must be paid $1,000 for entire, man. And
but you never have no festival contest this year? But you never have no festival contest this year?
Yes, man.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, man. Then she come on radio and says she not bother with none again. So I think she's supposed to refund back the people and their money.
Yeah, so she not going to have it. And she say, them never to up to standard.
That's a way
so she crash it.
Yeah, so what I'm saying, every song that she get not up to standard, something wrong. So I think she's supposed to refund back the people and their money.
Yeah, all right. So we could have look into still.
Yeah, man, she must look into it and refund because some people have to use all banning and lay them reading, you know. People can't just kind of take away people and money, so.
Yeah, all right.
We run one next one with you now. Crime and violence, you see? What's your drama now? Police, you there?
Yeah, man, me there, man.
Police living in the danger zone and soldiers living in there. So I don't understand how them tell me some must help them fight crime and me pay them
to fight the crime.
Yeah, to fight the crime. My police living in a danger zone, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, soldier living in there. So they must know the man them.
They must know.
So at the same time, what I'm saying now, the people I can tell, me and you, so we must help them to find, to tell them
inform.
Police and soldier living at the
area.
Yes. And then I get paid for it.
True.
And show them want money for drink, liquor and play poker. They want to say them want more resources. They never get none. I get enough already.
All right, sir.
Yeah, man, but the most important one is Babs Grange, man.
Yeah.
Give out the people them money because you have to pay $1,000 entrance fee.
All right, sir. Give thanks. Give thanks. Yes, Ill.
Yeah, motor morning. Think bless.
Morning, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Just welcome back to the system, man.
Yeah.
Come on, Roger, and Mr. Rebel, they do a good show while they were there. So,
okay, give thanks.
Yeah, man, same. But man, I said, well, my reason why I'm a call still is to just, make the people them understand, so them people here start, have the gay people them up here now, have baby,
Which part?
One brother just give birth to a son in one of them states up here. So
yeah, we hear about it.
People up there.
And that's where it go, Bridget. All the year are going, and them today, and that's where it go. All the years say people say this and people say that. It's some deviant things go and reach the whole thing. Deviant, I say deviant, but they have never even conceived a human being can come to them kind of thinking there.
So man, I say black people have to rise up and realize what are going on.
I will see it happening again. I will see it happening.
I'm not even remember, but I know one of them states, they're up in the, I think up on the west coast, up in Seattle. I'm not even sure. Yeah, possibly. I'm not even, but they just get a glimpse of it. And
yeah, I didn't hear about it still, but we never really have follow it up. So we should have follow it up now, that you mentioned it.
So now I say, people, if the African race don't stand up and realize, say, yo, then people are take back the natural law, You see what I mean? Because they want to start create their own plastic people and everything. So we have to stand up and have to defend ourselves. With our land,
Yeah, sometimes we don't even know where they send themselves from.
Everything, man. Everything.
Because you could have looked on all that thing now and you have to defend yourself from it and you don't know what to use to defend yourself from it. Yeah, the thing where you talk about happening in Portland, Oregon.
Right.
Yeah, okay. Portland, Oregon.
Okay.
So is it a two father the person have? Which one more call the mother? The one who
the one who carry him on.
So when we talk about mother hurt all the while, come like we are idiot.
We are talking about naturally we are talking nature give we a right to be classified as human being.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And at that we are the only one upon the earth you fight and ask permission.
Yeah. And I fight nature
to exist. And then people they have fight against nature a long time, you know what I mean? Them are build hurricane, them are build earthquake now. See them start build man and have baby, so.
And the man was born a girl,
man. They don't say go.
The man was born a girl. And you know what you say? If he's a man and you feel like he's a woman, you can't go in a woman bathroom. You never hear that one there?
Yeah, I'm here about that.
Transgender bathroom now, so if if feel one time I go feel like say me's a woman I just go in at the bathroom, the woman in the bathroom down and so.
No. Them law they not pertaining to the black shirt, you know.
No, well, you see, me a create my own law now.
You have to have a white shirt. A black shirt, now get them the obligation, the privilege.
Yeah. But when, you don't have to be a man, a transgender, just say you feel like he's a man, he's a woman. Just feel say he's a woman. And you can't go in and go look at anything what you want. You think them easy? Them not easy, Rasta. The world is spinning around. Joe Exit said the world is upside down. Believe you or me. Don't know what is what and who is who again. Anyway, give thanks, brethren.
Yeah, man, bless her, love.
Yeah, terribly, man. A man I give birth. 9 months from the last youth for artificial insemination, right? How it work? How it go? Find the article for me. How it go? Eh? No. Me want to understand how this thing work. Come hear about it, you know, but whenever you will see the article, me just hear about it. Yeah,
Well, let's say love Mutabaruka.
Oh, you know, man. You have about 3 minutes.
All right. What's that? I want to put in crime prevention or fight crime. Which one believe is the better one?
Crime prevention, fight crime, prevent crime.
Yes.
Prevent it is better than to cure it.
Right. So we see the man that tell them to fight crime.
Yeah, that means crime I go fight back.
Right. So when you put in the prevention, then that means no crime not for one.
No.
That means you come fight against man for the states and call people them where they kill people for. And them no commit no crime against them. So we need to just realize and know what to know. We could get serious on that, man. Put in the crime prevention and stop kill off you them, because you can kill 10 to the next day 100 rise up. And the problem still there. So when we put in that, we realize the youth them can start learn from them brain now and know so them have something that can sustain them that them not have to commit certain crime. Them have the facilities around them. Them have the things around them where necessary. Like first time we have to start with the education. See? Instead of ratting out the youth them brain with some colonial system, we need to give them a self-pride about themselves. But them realize anyone them hurt at themselves, them see themselves when them see the next person, they don't see themselves too. Both big and small, and yeah. So that's one of the first things we need to realize now. And stop the thing from this up. But when you go there so now and say, oh, you go over there so go stop crime, because bad man over there and bad man on there, so you lock off around there. So he thinks, man, them are going to stay there so. Man, them always find a way to go there. When you start from them inside, bring them to the fullness of them inside and make them realize the full flow of life, what life is really, really and truly all about. That no man has no time for him to take the next man's life, you know. Time to see a few more life might take when them do that. So they need to realize that and have a clean observation of themselves right now.
Yeah.
So we don't want the fanatical done to them in other place where them highly educated and but
Mr. I tell you now, we have to move here though.
Yeah.
We have to move, yeah?
Blessed love, man.
Yeah, give thanks. Well, you know, so we give thanks to the moment and the time and the energy. Give thanks to Sanjay. Really, even though we have to deal with that program, we all do the next, prepare for the next program to a little more. Yes, give thanks. I wish operator out there now. Janice, how you do? A floppy diva and a floppy diva. Little